is inevitable and constant. There's no stopping it, there's no controlling it. You're doomed if you even try, but there is hope. Change itself is not inherently evil. You need it to progress. But that's not to say it's always comfortable. And sure, changes can be exciting and fun and interesting to talk about, but usually only when you're choosing to change. When change is something that happens to you, it can be scary. So there's the conundrum. How can we continue to grow and evolve while still being comfortable enough with our lives? How might we embrace change while still feeling like we have some sense of control? Here's what I would propose. The best way that I have found thus far for myself to fear change less is to actually train for change. And this is what I mean by that. What I mean is that whenever daily life seems like it's pretty steady and has become a bit habitual and predictable, I will force myself to do little experiments, inconsequential experiments that only affect myself but push me out of my comfort zone. So for example, taking cold showers, trying a new diet, going without caffeine, sleeping on the floor, living in a van, meditating even when I don't want to, and trying to live like an extreme minimalist sometimes. I have done all of these things to mix up my life a little bit on purpose, to stress myself out a little bit on purpose, when the rest of my life is calm and relaxed. And just like lifting weights, you need both small stressors and time to rest and relax in order to grow that muscle. You can't just rest and relax because you won't ever grow. You can't just stay stressed out all the time because you're going to completely wreck your body. Another way to think about it could be like a wilderness survival course. So you take this class before you go out in the wild to figure out how to react in a certain situation, what you should do if something happens. And maybe when you go out in the wild, that thing doesn't actually happen, but at least you were prepared. Preparation and experience in something can help to really build your confidence. So for example, I know for a fact that I can live perfectly fine and happy without a lot of items because I've done it before. And I know that I can go months without having any caffeine and function perfectly fine because I've done it before. These little experiments over time help to eradicate any kind of speculation that you might have about a certain situation. What if this happens? Oh no, now I'm anxious because I'm thinking about how I'm unprepared for this situation. And it can also help with the fear of failure. You know for a fact that you can survive because you've tried things before and you have survived. You have the proof that you can get through hard times or a little bit trying times, slight discomforts, and you can be perfectly calm and content in them because you have that experience already built up. Maybe you've even been able to find some kind of sense of fun in it. I know that whenever I try a new habit or lifestyle change, it turns into a really great topic of conversation with people I know. And here's the thing about failures. If you think about them as just terrible events that are insurmountable, then of course it's going to bring you down. But if you start to try to think of failures as the best way to learn a lesson quickly, then it suddenly doesn't become as scary. Failure can actually help you to progress much faster. It sounds ironic, but it's true. Perhaps try conducting some self-experiments, some small, inconsequential things over extended periods of time, or things that you could reverse if need be, and see if building those up over time makes you a little bit more open to the idea that not all change is terrible. I myself am on the cusp of a new era, full of change. And this actually might be the last time you guys see the inside of this apartment. So enjoy it. I have really enjoyed living here, and I'm grateful that I had the experience of living here, but it's time to move on. On to the next. Till next time.